The trial of a U.S. Army sergeant charged in the death of a Chinese-American soldier continues. At the court-martial Wednesday, Private Danny Chen's father and his roommate were called to testify. CCTV's Jessica Stone has been following the trial and joins us live now from Fort Bragg in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Jessica.
Good evening, Elaine. Well, testimony at this trial today centered around two fundamental questions: whether Private Danny Chen was a good soldier or whether his family problems led to his suicide.
Private Danny Chen's last home was an army base in southern Afghanistan, a place where just 20 soldiers had to hold back insurgents, sometimes pulling guard duty up to 18 hours a day. It was here that Sergeant Adam Holcomb repeatedly called Chen racial slurs and disciplined him for his mistakes on guard duty, like forgetting his night vision goggles and falling asleep, mistakes that could cost lives. But Chen's fellow soldiers testified that they felt Chen was being mistreated, one saying, quote, "He said it made him angry sometimes, but he didn't think he could do anything about it." His fellow soldiers did nothing either. 5 days before his death, Sergeant Holcomb dragged Chen across gravel as punishment for leaving the water heater on. One soldier said Chen never got trained how to use the heater. One of Holcomb's superiors says he told Holcomb that, quote, "he shouldn't have done it." Chen's fellow soldiers say he gave no hint of depression, but had confided that he had been disowned by his family. In our exclusive interview with Danny's parents, his father said his proudest moment of Danny was when he returned from basic training in Georgia. He told the jury Wednesday, quote, "He was like a pearl in my palm. I would never disown my son."
And we last heard from the Army medic who actually treated Private Danny Chen after he was dragged some 40 yards, Elaine, by Sergeant Holcomb at that outpost in Afghanistan. He told the jury that these injuries were, quote, scrapes and abrasions, but that they were not serious enough to report to higher authorities.
And Jessica, what can we expect tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow we believe that the defense will get to start its arguments. We believe that the prosecution will rest and the defense will get to lay out its case. Elaine, all along, the defense has essentially been very, very aggressive on Sergeant Holcomb's behalf, getting into a lot of issues surrounding the character of the witnesses that have been called. We can expect a blockbuster defense tomorrow.
Okay, Jessica Stone reporting live from Fort Bragg in North Carolina.